I'm Haley Taylor, and you're listening to the Rough Draft Diaries. We're headed in a different direction for this episode of the Rough Draft Diaries. Last week we were at an improv show. This week Jennifer Brouwer was nominated for the program. She's the creator and director of the Janet Phleger Foundation.
We are a local nonprofit that provides college and trade school scholarships to students who have a parent diagnosed with cancer.
Unfortunately, Jennifer's motivation in creating this foundation came from a personal place of loss. When Jennifer was 19, her mother was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer.
Heading off to college, I was getting ready and excited to start my future, my life. This diagnosis happened, and everything changed, and I became her full-time caregiver. With my family situation, I was actually the full one taking care of her. I had no siblings, and there was no adult that sheltered me from the financial strain. I was the one opening up the bills, and so I was on a daily basis faced with our financial situation. And there was a moment when I made a choice that I would stop dreaming, that I would stop trying to figure out a way to make that happen, and I decided instead that I would just survive, that I would get up each day and I would go to a place that would pay my bills, and I would come home and do it all over again.
Jennifer put her plans for college on hold while taking care of her mother. Unfortunately, her mother passed away about 19 years ago, and then everything changed. Again, Jennifer was her mother's primary caregiver, and then all of a sudden, she wasn't anymore.
Each day you had your routine. I would get up, I would make her breakfast. I would make sure she gets out of bed. I stepped into a mothering role, really, and was mothering my own mother. Then when she passed away, I sat in, what is my worth now? What is my purpose? And it was actually with the grace of those around me and the gifts that I was able to go back to school, and I was able to go to college and get a degree. And it was actually through that I said, that's not enough. It's not okay that I was gifted with this situation where I was able to go. I know that I'm not alone. I know that there are other families that have sat at that table and thought, all done dreaming, no more dreaming.
Jennifer began dreaming of what her foundation could look like. She did go off to school. Instead of studying interior design like she planned before her mother got sick, she changed her major, graduating with a degree in child and family community service. And that's when her foundation became a reality. She created the Janet Phleger Foundation, using her mother's namesake. Again, it's a foundation that provides college and trade school scholarships to students whose parent was diagnosed with cancer, regardless of if they are currently fighting against their diagnosis or if they have previously lost their battle. And the foundation awards these scholarships to 6 students each year. That's 6 $3,000 scholarships. But Jennifer would like to do more, as around 15 students apply for this scholarship each year, which means students are being turned away, which is not good enough for Jennifer, as she sees these scholarships as not only a donation of money, but a donation of support.
So when I call the students and say, congratulations, you have just been awarded $3,000, it is also, you have just been gifted with a community family that has just adopted you, and we are now part of your cheerleading section. And we are going to be sending you birthday cards. We're going to be sending you celebration cards. We're going to be sending you holiday and care packages when it's time for exams, reaching out and trying to show them that we care more than just awarding this money and then stepping away. We truly care about them as a person and where they're going, what they want to do. We want to be behind them 100%, and whatever that looks like, we want to be there for that. And we hope that they really know how much we care.
As Jennifer talked about these students, it's almost as if she's talking about herself, listing off the support that she needed and maybe didn't receive when she was taking care of her mom alone. That, in a strange way, the pain and struggle she experienced as a young caretaker navigated and guided her to the path that she's on today, to help others in their pain and loss. A strange positive in such a dark story.
I miss my mother. I miss my family every day. But I am grateful for the gift that it gave me. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to see what is needed and to be able to step into those places that a student needs assistance for. I'm grateful that I have had people in my life to show up when I needed so that I can now step into what these students need. And the whole Janet Phleger Foundation, everyone on the board has that same mentality. How can we show up for them? Because each person on our board has walked a path where they needed help. It all looks different, but all of us have the same heart.
I'm Haley Taylor, and thanks for listening to this episode of the Rough Draft Diaries.